Welcome back to Filmi Recaps. Today I will show you a horror, drama, and fantasy movie released in 2015, titled The Witch. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The movie opens in 1630s New England, where we see a man named William and his family in front of the judiciary in a Puritan colony. He is accused of not following the rules and banished from the village with his family. They are each near a forest, far away from the village where William decides to live. The family builds a farm near a large secluded forest. Days pass, and one day when William's elder daughter, Thomasin, is playing peekaboo with her youngest brother. When she opens her eyes, the baby suddenly disappears. She searches everywhere, but is unsuccessful to find him. Then they realize that a witch is living in the forests, and she has kidnapped him and killed him to use his body to make a flying ointment for her broomstick and her body. William's wife Catherine has become sad and spends days crying and praying. She thinks that God is not happy with their sins. One day when Thomasin is sleeping, she sees her brother Caleb, who is staring at her because he is getting attracted. He tells her to sleep and gets out of the house and sees his father, who shows him their crops are destroyed. William then takes Caleb to the woods for hunting because their crops are destroyed and they don't have enough food left for winter. As Caleb hunts with his father, he wonders whether Samuel will be able to reach heaven as an unbaptized individual and worries that he is also leading a sinful life. William comforts him and continues to hunt. William then reveals that he sold his mother's silver cup to get equipment for hunting from his friends and told him to keep it secret. In the middle of the woods, William sees a rabbit and aims at it, but the recoil of the gun gets in his eyes, and the rabbit runs away. Then we see fraternal twins Mercy and Jonas playing with Black Phillip, the family's billy goat. Thomasin scolds them to leave the goat alone. The next morning we see Thomasin by the river washing clothes. There Caleb also came to gather water and stares at Thomasin. She understands that it is his puberty effect, and so she embraces him. At the same time, her younger sister Mercy comes along and accuses Thomasin of being a witch, blaming her for Sam's disappearance. Thomasin gets angry and starts to terrify Mercy. Scared, Mercy leaves the place. At night, Catherine gets very angry and begins questioning about her silver cup from Thomasin. Actually, since her son disappears, she dislikes Thomasin. William tells her that she is not responsible for anything, and also does not tells her about the cup which he sold for hunting equipment. In the middle of dinner, they hear some noise in the backyard. Thomasin comes to see and finds the same rabbit which William has failed to hunt and is scared. Then we see William and his wife in their bedroom discussing Thomasin. Catherine tells him that Thomasin is a curse upon our family. William replied, "If you want her to leave the house, then I will send her to another family to serve. It can pay us some expenses for living." Caleb hears it and doesn't want to lose Thomasin, so he leaves for wood to look for the traps that they had installed. Thomasin sees him and asks him to take her with him, both venturing into the woods with a dog and the horse. They again confront the same rabbit, which sends their horse into a panic, but both the dog and Caleb follow the rabbit into the woods. The horse throws Thomasin, knocking her unconscious, and runs away. Caleb reaches the center of the woods and finds his dog dead. Then he sees a beautiful woman coming out from a hut. She seduces him, and we see her hand growing old upon grabbing his head, and she turns out to be a witch who has abducted the baby. Afterward, the family realize that their both children are disappeared and started to search. They find Thomasin unconscious and bring her home. Caleb is still not found, and Catherine accuses Thomasin of his disappearance. Later that night, Thomasin finds Caleb in their backyard nude and ill. He also vomits an apple, which confirms that the witch has affected him. The family starts to pray for him, but the two younger children can't, and they find Caleb dead. The distraught family blames Thomasin for all incidents, and William also starts to doubt and brings her outside, then forces her to accept that she is the witch. She denies it and tells him that both Mercy and Jonas are responsible for this because they are talking to Black Phillip all the time, secretly. She also points out William's own sins in retaliation. He did not understand and got angry with her. He then locks all his children in the goat's house. At night, Catherine hallucinates that Caleb is holding her baby. Caleb gives the baby to Catherine, and she starts to breastfeed him. But later, she realizes that it is a crow that pecks at her chest, leaving her bloody in the morning. Then we see the children in the goat house prison, who sees an engraved woman who is drinking blood from a goat, which turns to attack the twins. The next morning, William sees that the goat's house is destroyed, and the twins are missing. He only finds unconscious Thomasin lying on the ground with bloodstains on her hands. He believes that Thomasin is the witch. But suddenly that Black Phillip goat appears and attacks William. Thomasin awakens and sees her father being attacked and killed by the goat. Depressed, Catherine came out of the house and starts to blame Thomasin for all the tragedies that befallen on their family. She begins to attack her and wants to kill her while crying. Thomasin grabs a knife from near and hits it on her mother's face in self-defense until she is dead. She is now left alone and believes that it is the Black Phillip who is all responsible for the deaths of her family. At night she goes to the goat and demands to talk with her. The goat responds with a human voice and asks her if she wants to live a luxurious life. The goat then takes shape of the devil and asks her to undress. He then gives her a book and tells her to sign it. Nude Thomason then follows him through the woods to the group of nude witches gathered around the fire, who is performing a spell. She joins them and begins to fly above the trees, and happiness appears on her face. The movie ends here. Please let me know if you get any moral story from the video in the comments section. This is all from the video. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.